Good afternoon, happy Thursday. It is March 9th, and welcome to Coffee and Conversations with Chante Lloyd, powered by Falling in Love with Yourself Again. Are you on here to fall in love with yourself? Get your coffee, your spiked coffee, your cocktails, and get ready to sit back, relax, and enjoy some conversation, right? This is what falling in love with yourself is about. When you join the family, right? This is a safe, secure place for you to be able to be open, to be honest, to be able to express whatever it is that you want to get off your chest and you want the world to know, because it's important to do that, right? So you can have people to talk to, people to give you advice, people to share their stories, so you know that you are not the only ones that are alone. So tell me who we have out here. Okay, Orlando Green, Gabrielle Lee, Don Simmons. Welcome. Listen, go ahead, invite some people to the call. You want to hear from this person that I have coming up, this female, this dynamic woman. And I didn't want to tell you guys who my guest was this evening, because I wanted you guys to be surprised, right? And the reason why I chose this young lady is because she needs to fall in love with herself. I don't think she's ever been in love with herself. There are a lot of us that have never been in love with ourselves before, right? And so it's so important that if you haven't, or if you have and you want to fall in love with yourself again, to do it right now, to be able to shed whatever it is, right? Share, put it behind you, and let's move forward. Let's talk about it. Let's get it out there, because nothing I'm sure that you would say that we've ever heard, right? And so don't be embarrassed. Don't be afraid to share. How are you, Pastor Banks? How are you? Bishop Banks. Hazel. We had Hazel as a guest. Last Thursday was our first time doing Coffee and Conversations, right, with Chante Lloyd. And I had two wonderful, awesome, and amazing guests. One of them was Miss Hazel Chisholm, and the other one was Joyce Lee. And that was week 1. This is week 2. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, because I know that you guys are excited. Y'all are waiting to hear from this dynamic woman. Today is Thursday, and so you want to hurry up and get through this call and get ready and get your tissue, get your drink, get ready. And let me bring up my guest, my friend. Hey, Janella, are you back from Jamaica? Look, I'm sorry for cutting into this, but I'm mad. And I know what some other people out there mad too, right? That she didn't invite us. I know, Lachelle, I know that she did not invite us to go to Jamaica, our favorite island, right? We can't wait to get to Jamaica, right? We cannot wait. We love Jamaica, man, and we miss you, girl. We miss you. We glad you here. You back? Okay, good. Okay. Because we need you with this coffee and conversation, right? I am glad you back. I know that it was relaxing. You know what? Everybody needs to take a trip to reboot. You know, everybody needs a trip, whether you're going to Jamaica, whether you're going to Tennessee, whether you are going and checking in at a hotel in your city, right? It's called a staycation. Everybody needs to get out of their 4 walls, right? Because I've done it before, and I realized that when you just get away, you don't have to worry about anything or anyone because you're not at home. You don't have to worry about the dogs. You don't have to worry about your husband. You don't have to worry about the kids, right? You can just have a good time, go to the spa, or just sit in the room and cry, watch movies, order room service. That is falling in love with yourself, and everyone needs to do that. So anyway, it is 8:07 Central Standard Time. I hope you've invited everybody that you need to invite to the call, because I'm going to bring to the line none other than my friend, I'm going to say my business partner. And you know what? She's become a relative. She's become a family member. And I'm going to tell you why. And I'm going to tell you how I treat my family members, right? Come on, Miss Tanya Rockamore. Tanya Rockamore. Hey, lady.
Hey.
How you doing this evening?
I'm all right. I'm here.
Right,
I'm here. I'm okay.
So wait a minute. This is fall in love with yourself again. And this is our journey and our mission to get you to fall in love with yourself again. Have you ever been in love with yourself, Rocky?
I don't believe so.
Okay, well, it's time for you to fall in love with yourself. It is time today. And everybody that's here and everybody that's watching is going to send you all type of love and encouragement, and to encourage you, because this is what this community is about. I know that everybody on here has their own personal things that they're going through. But guess what? We know how to put ourselves to the side and reach out. Listen, everybody, come on. Let's show Rocky some love. Let's give Rocky some hearts.
We're going to make this real, huh?
Yes, we're going to make this real. I got my coffee.
I got coffee and water because I don't know which way we're going.
You gonna look? I have my fan because I'm gonna break out with a sweat.
Right, and I've been here.
Okay, but let me tell you something about this young lady. Okay, so I had the pleasure of meeting this young lady. How long has it been, Rocky?
A long time.
Since 2000 and what, Rocky? So were you with us in Artists?
Right at the end of Artists. At the end.
Okay, so that was 2011. So that was 2011. So
there
this is 2023. So you've been with me for how many years? Because I can't count right now.
This is 13, so that's what, 12?
Okay. And Rocky, if you guys don't know, is from South Central California, South Central Los Angeles. Does anybody know about South Central? No.
How to survive.
You don't know. You don't know. And Rocky is an only child. An only child with parents that are deceased. She did not have any biological children. She adopted 2 children, right? So talk about somebody that is just me, myself, and I, right? Rocky, was your mother an only child?
Yeah, I'm an only child of an only child. My father had siblings, but my mother's an only child. So only of an only.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And then not only that, she chose to move out of South Central, right? So she could be alive and here with us today, because you already know, for those of you who do know, South Central is serious. South Central is serious.
Yeah.
But it is. But you got out though, right? And guess what? You still here. You still here. And how old are you, Rocky, if you don't mind me asking?
58.
58. 58. And you chose at 58, March 9th, to fall in love with yourself again.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let me tell the audience something that they may not know about you. You came up with the concept of falling in love with yourself again because you wanted to fall in love with yourself, or you felt like other people needed to love themselves. You weren't thinking about yourself. Be honest.
I felt that other people needed it. Other people needed to fall in love. That's what they wanted.
So they needed it and they wanted it. But what about Rocky? What about Tanya? I'm sorry. What about Tanya? Tanya Rockamore.
I don't think about her. And we're being honest. We talked and we said I'm gonna give you the real answers. So you know that's very real. You know that's not the thought. That's not the way I process anything.
At all. As a matter of fact, Rocky or Tanya is a person that really does not like being around other people. Do not like working with other people. Don't like coming outside of her house. But I believe all of those things are not really who she is. I don't believe that. I believe that because you haven't found yourself and because you haven't been loving yourself, that you don't really know what you like. Because I've heard you say when you come to Houston to visit, you enjoy hanging out with us. You enjoy talking and conversing with my mom. Of course, you don't like the travel prospect of it all because Rocky hasn't been taking care of Rocky. Rocky hasn't been taking care of Rocky's health. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And so Rocky has been making it difficult for for Tanya to be her full self, to love herself the way she deserves to be loved, to love who she is when she looks in the mirror. I like those earrings, Rocky. Rocky put on a little makeup for us today.
Let me explain that.
Explain it, Rocky. Explain. You know what? I got to quit calling you Rocky.
It's okay.
It's what I'm used to. I'm used to calling you Rocky.
And that's a real person. That is fine.
I'm gonna call you Tanya though, because I know that this is your transformation and this is about you loving you. So I'm gonna start calling you Tanya. But tell us about those earrings and tell us about that makeup you have on, because I was going to ask you now.
I knew that I had to be transparent tonight, and I knew that you would journey me to a place that I was happiest, or when I was in a happy moment of my life.
I can tell because you're smiling.
Huh?
You're smiling.
I'm smiling when I talk about this, because I thought back to, and this is not, I'm not bragging or trying to put out what I've done in life, but at 58, you have some experiences. And I thought back to my physical presentation when I was happy, when I was secure with me. And
when was that?
And that was in 89, 90, when I was on tour with Beauty Shop for 5 years. And this is how we were. We had makeup every day. We took care of ourselves because we were on tour, and tour is not easy. And I thought today, as I was doing it, I was like, I was happy. You know what? Let me see what it's like if I remember how to put a little powder on, to comb my eyebrows a little bit and put on some lipstick. And if I could do that again, and maybe these little studs that I wore that we couldn't see, and now I'm looking and I can see them. And I can see them. Yeah, and I looked in the mirror and I was smiling and I felt better. And then I got on here and Michelle saw me, and it was like, wow, I got on a brighter color. And then I put this on, not because of the company, but because it reminded me of something. If you remember the night that I got this, we couldn't put it around my neck. I had to get another one. But not only that, remember, I couldn't reach back and put it on for myself. And so these are things that represent some positive things that I've done and some good memories to security, because I was able to put this on now by myself. We got a bigger chain, but I think that other chain might work. But remember, I was choking me. I couldn't get it on. So that's why I did this. That's the story behind it. Now I'm done.
But the whole fact of the matter is that you are slowly but surely taking control of your health. But in the process of taking control of your health, because you decided to fall in love with yourself again, and you decided to take this journey with us day one, right?
Right.
And so you've decided to take your medicine, and you've decided to do some exercise.
By force.
But you have to, though, because you got to get out of the house. You got to get some vitamin D. You got to get some energy. There's a whole world out there that needs to see you, that you need to see. There's a person in you that you haven't even experienced. See, you 58 years young, and there's a lot that needs to transpire in your life that you want to do, because you're not happy with where you are right now, and you decided, you came up with this initiative, but you decided to fall in love with yourself. And in order to do that, when you wake up every day and when you look in the mirror, you have to love what you see. You have to transform into something different. You have to be something different. You can talk about it all day long, but until you put one foot in front of the other, and until you stop being afraid, right? Because I think that you're just afraid because you need to look internally at yourself and love yourself, because everybody else who meets you loves you. Everybody who knows you loves you. And you have a lot to offer. You have a whole lot to offer. You 90% past the game. But you are the only one who's holding you back. And you have to fall in love with Rocky. You have to fall in love with Tanya. So you can get out and get some of these things that you've been talking about, that you want, that you see in other people. You have to start seeing it in yourself. And so I'm so glad that you have decided to do that. But your anxiety of doing it is going to hold you back. You got to let go of that anxiety. You got to know that nobody's watching. Nobody's judging. Nobody cares. Let me be honest with you, and this is the truth even about me. People, you think people love you, they don't care. They just love you for what you have to offer, for what you have to give. I don't care about that. I have to love me. I don't care about what you think about me. I don't care about what anybody think about me. Yes, it matters, but it doesn't matter. And that's how you have to start thinking about Tanya. Because we want you to come down here to Texas. You didn't get a chance to come. You were supposed to spend Christmas with me. What happened? You didn't spend Christmas at the Lloyd's.
Southwest?
Southwest?
The meltdown?
The meltdown?
Yep.
But what happened before the meltdown? Because how you think it, right?
Yeah.
What you put out in the universe is going to come back. But then, you know what? Let me say this too. Because we knew it was a domino effect, right? What happened during the holidays? The weather.
It was first weather, yeah.
It was weather. But that's okay. Some people made it. I have a cousin who lives in California. She made it. She came the day before Christmas and stayed until a couple of days before New Year's. But I feel like the reason why you were not able to make it is because health-wise, you wasn't on your game, Rocky. And little things like that is going to hold you back, right? And so you made a decision, right? You get ready to put that one foot in front of the other?
Yeah.
You're going to do it for Rocky?
For me.
You're going to get rid of that anxiety. Get rid of that anxiety, just like about you buying the computer. Tell them about the computer. First of all, let me say this. This is how close Rocky and I are. But Rocky, I'm going to be honest with you. We've fired you how many times, Rocky?
Ooh.
How many?
Oh, Michelle.
How many times have we fired you?
I think we lost count. I believe I'm getting an award for it. Wait.
So let me let everybody know. Let me let the viewers know this, that I love hard, right? But I can separate business from pleasure. I can separate business from family. I can separate the two, right? We build friendships. That's great. We have family members, that we do think that's great. But business is business. right? A lot of people out there depend on us, whatever business that we're in, right? Even you depend on your own business, right?
Yep.
To make money to be able to pay your bills.
Absolutely.
And so I can separate the two. I can fire you, but still love you. You can still be my friend. And that's why you keep coming back, Rocket, right? Because you know we love you, right?
And I love y'all.
It's a genuineness.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
that's some real stuff. That's a real talk. It's some genuineness.
It's
and
real.
So, but it's also about growth, because we talk differently from your communication with my husband. And I'm sure you all have your personal relationship, but you and I have our personal relationship. And I'm not afraid to tell you honestly what's going on and what you need to do. Whereas some people do. Now, I'm not just going to hurt your feelings, but I can't want more for you than you want for yourself. And I want to see you grow, but I'm not going to allow your staying still and not growing to stunt my growth, right?
But you know what, Chante, you said something to me years and years ago. I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't feeling well, and I was complaining. And I think it was around Atlanta, and I couldn't walk from one place to the other.
All out of breath.
Bad. Yeah, it was bad. And then I went to the hospital in Houston, stayed for 5 days. Remember that? It was just bad.
I mean, it's been bad for years.
Yeah, this is
time
not
to
new.
Let it. It's time to just drop all of those baggages.
You said something in the middle of all that. You said, and this is just us being real, how you talk to me. You said, you know what, Rocky? You know what? And I think you got tired. And you said, you know what? You go on and keep doing what you're doing. But at your funeral, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. All I'm going to do is say, she did it her way.
She did it her way.
And that was it.
And I tell my husband that too, right? I tell everybody that.
But that's how I know you love me.
But you know what, though? What people don't understand is the truth. We, as people, stress out about other people's issues. We usually die and stress out and have heart attacks because we worry about other people. And we stress ourselves out, and we dead and gone. They still living, gone on about their life. Oh, Chante she was nice. She was sweet. Oh, they have a lot of good things to say about you. But they're going to be going on about their life.
Gone.
You going to be gone.
Gone.
Oh, we're going to say, oh, Tanya, look at me calling you Tanya. Tanya, she was a sweet girl. Oh, she did some good banners.
Right.
Well, she was a heck of a marketer. Ooh, she was so, boy, I just love me some Tanya.
But they still here and Tanya gone.
Oh, Tanya gone.
Tanya gone.
Gone.
Yeah.
So what you going to do about it?
I'm going to live. I got to change.
You going to live.
I'm going to live. And that happened. In January that happened because I didn't know I was as sick as I was. I didn't know the situation. And
that's why you end up staying there even this past Christmas. That's why you weren't allowed to get on that flight.
Yeah. Yeah. God had to shake me up. That's all I know. I had to and it was serious. And when it happened, it also cleaned out some friendships, because that while I was in the hospital in January, someone that I believe very, very close and responsible for most of my stuff in time of emergency, said, I can't handle this. I'm out. And while I'm not able to make decisions or do anything for myself, the nursing staff had to step in and make decisions. And that's when it really clicked that folks will love you, but when you're gone, you're gone.
You're gone. But not only that, though, you have your dogs. Well, dog, cats, two cats, one dog, because you had 2 dogs,
right?
And one of your babies went on to be to doggy heaven.
Yep, over the rainbow.
And you have your 2 children who are grown, but
they gone.
They gone.
They gone.
They don't give you the attention that you need. They don't appreciate the person that you are.
True.
But let me ask you a question. Why haven't you ever loved yourself before? Why do you feel like you're not deserving of being loved or for you to love you? Why is that? Why do you feel that way?
I think I spend a lot of time with others, looking at others, seeing what others, and wanting the best for everybody. And, in school, all the way down to elementary school, I can remember being a little privileged because of my parents. They had a little bit more than most. So I didn't realize it. But,
Right.
At lunch when they gave me money for a popsicle and a quarter for this and 50 cents for that, my mother said, baby, everybody will always need what you have more than you do.
Right.
And being of a giving nature and a giving heart, I saw that, and I saw people in need and always gave. I
Right.
saw people, and then when they had it, they became beautiful. Things just happened, and I just started to appreciate being a part of providing that beauty in others that I
Right.
never saw it in myself, and I didn't feel
Right.
like I was worthy. We talk. I shared pictures that I had never shared before of the TV that I bought on Black Friday in my room,
Right. That's
and
still in the box.
it's still in the box.
Still in the box on the floor.
And I've tried to give it away several times because
No, you need that TV up on your wall.
I got the brackets I showed you.
Yeah, but you gotta hang it up.
I got to
Let's
open the
let's
box.
let's get some progress. Okay.
I don't think that, you know what, we're talking like we talk because you know the whole story, but
Right. That's what I'm saying. You gotta explain it to them.
There's a lot
You
of
gotta
people.
tell them.
You tell them.
Well, no, I don't want to tell your story because I don't know how much of your story you want to be told.
I told you I'm an open book tonight.
Well, then I already
100%.
told you. I want to know why, what made you feel like you've never loved yourself. It's more than you seeing it in other people. It's
My
more
look,
than that.
the way I look.
And so why do you feel that way? Why do you feel that way? Did something happen to you as a young child?
Yeah, I was bullied, and I never shed those scars. I'm learning to deal with them, and I'm in therapy now. I can say I'm in therapy to shed those scars. There's scars.
Yeah.
Bullying is not just kids being mean to each other. I'm
Yeah,
58,
you're
and I'm
right.
still dealing with it. And I've
Yeah.
had people in my 50s that dealt with me and picked on me and I was tortured, and they'll tell you that. And they have come to me and apologized. Grown men with tears have apologized for literally the torture. And adults, we have to be careful how we deal with it, because I remember that the punishment for people teasing me in elementary school, the punishment to them for teasing and not wanting to touch me because I had Rashy Moore, my nickname was Rashy Moore and stuff like that, was that the little boys had to hold hands with me in front of everybody in the school and walk across 2 play yards, the girls' yard and the boys' yard. And what ended up happening is that I was ridiculed more, and they were teased, but they, of course, beat me up and picked on me more. And the teachers thought they were punishing the kids and it was about them, but all it did was hurt me more. So I found myself buying friends, which I probably still do today. I found myself buying protection so I didn't get beat up. And this is in South Central, so getting beat up in South Central is a lot different from being beat up in Beverly Hills, or
Right.
Hawthorne or Inglewood. It was different. So
Right.
I found that happening. And then being told that, my looks and the way I was and everything, it wasn't good. And so all the way through high school that followed me, I went to high school real far away trying to run from it. And 2 people, and I think somebody from my middle school is in the chat now.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, people from high school, because I posted about this falling in love with myself again. And even at the high school reunion, I had anxiety and I went through a lot of struggles just in
You
October.
told me about that. You told me about that.
And I think I was sick then because that was the first time I think the diabetes showed itself, because I was at the reunion. And remember, I told you I fell and we didn't know why. I hadn't been drinking or anything, and I fell. My doctor thinks that that was my sugar. I was actually sick that night. So we didn't know, but they've shared with me. They know my struggle, and they've been here. So this is not makeup or pretend, but all of that. And then going into my lifestyle changes, because the first person that said, "Hey girl, how you doing?" was a woman, and showed me any attention. And so it was like, hey, I'm accepted somewhere. Let me go ahead and be this. And I talked to my father about it, and tried to become the man that I think I wanted to have in my life. And be. And my dad said, you know what, I'll teach you. This is what you really are. I'll teach you how to be that. And he did an amazing job teaching me how to provide, how to do so many things that is of the masculine nature. But here I am at 58, at 55 actually was when I came to this, that wasn't really what I was about. And I hadn't experienced one bit of happiness or love genuinely for myself. So how could I love somebody else when I couldn't even like the person that I saw in the mirror? So I got rid of the mirrors. I was telling Bishop the other day that when StreamYard is always difficult for me, because as soon as you come on StreamYard, the first thing you see is your camera come on, and I can't click that camera off fast enough.
Let me say something. Let me say something. You don't need to click that camera off. And you need to look at yourself, and you need to love yourself, and you need to forget about all those things that those people said to you in the past. Okay? Because hurt people, and they was hurt too. Okay? Mean people hurt people. And that's not what you are, and that's not what you're about. And really, to be honest with you, you can be whatever you want to be. And being that you being honest and saying that the first person who looked at you or who said something to you or who was even attracted or who, made a pass or came at you was a woman, and you just realized at 55, that may not be necessarily what you wanted. I remember you asked me about makeup, about, hey, that little caftan you got on is cute, and I sent you some. And you told me, I got my caftan on. I said, get you some earrings, Rocky. Get you some earrings. We're going to get you some loops, Rocky. Okay? Because you are beautiful. And let me tell you something. I need for
Thank you, Kevin.
I need for you to take care of yourself. I need for you to know that you're a beautiful woman, that you have a lot to offer someone, and they out there looking for you. Because guess what? The man looketh for the woman, okay? But he not gonna find you if you locked up in the house and sick all the time, okay? He's not gonna come. You don't want the postman. I mean, you could have a postman. I'm not saying anything is wrong with the postman, but you have to be able to get out and about and be mobile. You got to be healthy, because let me tell you something. Beauty is really within. It exudes on the outside. When you smiling, showing your teeth, that's beauty. That's when you look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I love me, and I love what I see. It tells your skin is beautiful. I love your hair. It don't have to be long. It could be short. My hair be like that now if my husband let me. But he does not. Oh, love. But anyway, this ain't about me. This is about you.
Yes, it is.
Because I'm excited, and I was excited to talk to you because it's different when we talk to each other, because it's nobody on the phone but you and me, But I wanted our viewers to hear you, because a lot of people on here know you. They know you from working in the business. They know you for doing the banners and doing the flyers and doing the marketing, but they don't know you. They don't know your struggle.
It's a risk if they see me.
And you don't even come like with a lot of events and stuff that we have. She don't come. She doesn't show up. It's because she's always sick. She's always ill. But it's time to let go of that, because you know what? All that sickness and all that illness is just here. Because there's a lot of stuff you're going to have to let go of. Right. And I'm glad that you are taking the time to go and talk to someone professionally. You know? I'm glad. But it's time for you to be happy and be healthy and be whole. You don't want to spend, you almost 60. You got 2 years away from 60. You don't want to spend the rest of your life not being your best self, not being what you thought you could be. Because there's a reason why God still has you here. It's a reason why God has all of us here. Because he's not done with us yet. And think about all the pain that you go through, all the things that you have going on physically. And think about how you still here. Think of all the things that you've gone through period in your life. You know, we don't have all night. We're not going to make this a long call. And we're not going to go through everything. But just think about all the things that you have gone through in your life that you should have been dead. But you're not. You're still here. And there's somebody else out there that feels the same way. Yeah. The exact same way. And you're going to help somebody tonight by being honest, by being transparent, by not hiding behind a camera or a computer is what you do.
And that's why I said yes. That's because I know my truth. You know my truth. Your husband knows my truth. Michelle knows my truth. And so that's my network right there. Y'all my network.
But we can't love you more than you love yourself.
Right.
You got to love you. And we can't want for you more than you want for yourself. And so all this stuff that you've been talking about, all this stuff that you've been wanting, it's time for you to step up and get it.
And I want to emphasize or say, and I'm trying not to be the professional. I'm trying to just talk like we talk.
Okay, and sit up. Sit back. There you go.
I want.
Let me show you your t-shirt that say drip. Drip.
Let it say LA. I had to represent. That while I'm very vocal in the group and posting and supporting in the group.
And supporting other people.
And today, it took forever to post a picture of me.
I'm sorry.
I guess I'm talking. To post a picture of me finally and introduce myself to everybody and falling in the community.
Right. Fall in love with yourself.
Today was you were on the phone with me a couple of times because I had serious anxiety attacks today.
Oh Lord, I talked to you earlier. You sound like you was about to die.
It was a day, and Michelle, I don't know how many calls she got today. It was all anxiety because that's my truth. Yeah. It's up there.
You gotta quit letting it go, and you gotta quit worrying about, am I gonna disappoint this person? Am I gonna disappoint that person? You have to let go of that. Only person you need to be worried about disappointing is Tanya Rockamore. And once you get that together, you're gonna be a bad mama jamma. I can't wait. You're gonna be a bad mama jamma. I can't wait to give you a transformation. How about you win that $10,000?
I can't.
And let's do a makeover.
I can't win it.
Why?
Because I'm tougher. I can't. You forgot? I can't. We can't do it. I can't. But but what I can do is keep going.
Well, please. And how about I challenge you? How about I challenge you and say, I'm gonna give you $10,000. How about that?
Chante, come on now. All right, too far.
I'm
Too far because you
serious.
know me. You know me. You know.
Are you gonna come get this money? Come get this money, girl. Come get this money.
So, like I was saying, is that when we post in the group, come
Okay,
on.
Lachelle says she got 500 on it. She got 5 on it. Who else? Rocky. It's your time, boo. It's your time.
Okay,
It's
like
your
I was
time to it's your time to get out there. Go, you got a lot going on, period, in South Central. You got property in Tennessee. You got some great things that's out there waiting on you. You got some, you don't you want to travel the world? You know so many people.
Kevin, stop. Stop, Kevin.
That's right. That's right. It's about you.
Okay,
It's
so
about
like I was saying, when we post, Bishop, come on, y'all.
Come on.
Like I was saying, when we post in the group and we're supporting, come on, y'all, come on, stop.
That's right. That's right.
Um,
Because we believe in you. And let me tell you something. When you see that transformation, when you break out of that cage that you in, you are going to be so happy. You're going to have a new walk. You're going to have a new talk. You're going to have a new look. We ain't going to know what to do with you, Rock. Tanya.
so like
You see all that love? Look at that. Look at Tamika. Bam. The lots. Hey, Tamika. Look at that. They believe in you. We believe in you. And now we need you to believe in you. We know you ready. Janelle says she got 500 on it.
Okay, y'all, really, seriously, y'all.
Look, I hope somebody's counting all this money, okay, in these names, because we're going to be collecting. We're going to see a new woman, a new you. You ready? Are you ready, Rocky? Are you ready, Tanya Rockamore?
Yeah.
You going to put on a bikini in 10 months?
No.
Yes, you are. If you don't put it on a bikini, you're going to put on a bathing suit. You're going to love all of you. Okay? And you're going to look good.
So like I was trying to say.
What you was trying to say, go ahead. Let you go. Look, because it's 8:44. Go ahead and say what you were going to say.
So
go ahead.
Let me get this out, y'all. Oh, God, Candy. Let me tell you about her.
Right.
Candy is that friend that I was telling you about that was sick for all those years.
You told me.
That's her.
Mm-hmm.
That's her.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just don't even know.
And we praying for you, Candy. We praying for you, okay?
And you guys, please lift Candy up. Matter of fact, I got somebody, if I don't get Candy on our prayer wall, please put Candy on the prayer wall and fall in love with myself again. A transplant. Candy, I'm not going to tell your story because you'll come on one day. But she just told me this afternoon, and please lift her up, that she's getting ready to travel for her transplant. But she just lost her mother-in-law. I just did the obituary cover yesterday. There's a lot going on. So that's my friend for probably 30 years. Candy, about 30 years, 35 years. We go back.
Wow.
And she has diabetes for years. And when we were younger, we didn't understand it. And then the kidneys, everything she was going through, she gets shots in her eyes. She's just going through. And then when I got sick, and soon as I got home, or I might have been in the hospital, the first call I made was to her to apologize because I didn't understand. And today I was having some serious issues, and she talked me through, gave me some some breathing and focus things. So you guys lift Candy up, and that's what we're about, and that's what I wanted to do.
Yes.
Above
Yes.
everything, this community and what I love about it, and we can share and get it out to everybody that what we're doing right now is not something unique. This is what we do. We support each other. This conversation, this is not the first time I cried with Chante and Michelle in the back. This is not the first time we've had this conversation, but tonight it makes a difference. It makes a difference because I know that I have to do this because I want to live. And I did not make a decision to live until recently because I didn't feel like it was worth it for me to live or that anybody gave a damn if I did or did not. But I feel good tonight because of the support. It's not about the money because money has never moved me. Money has never moved me. I will give it away. And that's what we were talking about when we talk about the computer. I never spent $2,000 on myself, but I did 2 days yesterday, and I changed my mind and woke up with anxiety today and almost canceled the order and had to call Chante.
And you need a computer.
I need the computer.
You need that computer. This is for your business. This is your lifeline.
I see you, Michelle.
This is your lifeline. This is how you make your money. You need this computer. Why would you deprive yourself of something that you need that you can't afford?
I didn't cancel. You got one more day. But if it's not, we got through the day. But it was disappointing because I wanted to have a special video today because I have a song that we wrote and we were going to use that and surprise you with the song that I wrote.
Oh,
and
really?
I couldn't do the video. You're like, is that something so important? Yeah, I'm trying to do this video. It's called Life is Good. So we'll have it next week with the computer.
We'll have it next week.
Let me say this because I got to get this out and we out of time.
Go.
That while we are posting and supporting, remember, for every person that clicks like on your post, for every picture that you see, that person is clicking like because maybe they see something in you that they don't see in themselves. So pray for them, support them. It's hard. If they're anything like me, it was hard to post a picture today. Yeah. But I did. And to know that somebody saw it and I got a couple of likes and a couple of comments, that meant everything. And so while we're reaching out, especially me, and the machine, because it's an entire machine behind falling in love with myself again, and on the website, which is even beyond the group. Please go to the website, register, and see everything that's there. But even there, the machine, we're only doing this because we might be hurting. I'm not going to say might anymore because I've disclosed it, because we're hurting ourselves.
Right.
And I need you probably more than you need me.
Right.
And that's what I wanted to get out tonight, is that the tears were not expected, but it was real. My truth came out, and I said tonight I was going to be 100. Oh, there's South Central. I'm sorry. I was going to.
That's okay.
I was going to keep it real. And
but do you feel better? Because I know you had a lot of anxiety.
Yeah, I feel better.
And you thought it was going to be.
It's 6:50 and we're getting ready to end this. Yes, I feel better. Yeah, I do. And to see the support in this chat, I can't help but be the technician. I'm looking at the numbers, I'm looking at the chat, and I'm trying not to touch anything. I even tried to go downstairs. I didn't even want to be in my office. I wanted to be downstairs in my living room, but that didn't work out. But as much as we say we support and the things that we say, it's okay to say it back to us. It's okay to say it back to me. Because we're not doing that because we're masters of the universe and got this thing down and emotionally right. It's because we messed up too.
Yeah. We all have.
And it's a real community with real love. This love is not for play. And we're so passionate about this. You should hear Mr. Lloyd. Chante's husband and I, when we start talking about falling in love with myself again, it gets crazy.
This is about you, though. This night is about you. With your red on. You look cute in red too, Rocky. Sit back, girl.
But I said it was about me. I was making a plea to support me. You didn't hear that?
A plea to support you?
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Yeah, we gonna support you. All right, you get ready for this challenge, okay? We get ready because I have a challenge for you every day. What is that? Who put that up there?
Who taught you
is that
how to do that?
But look, you small already, girl. You just shedded some weight already. And guess what? The weight being lost is about health. Okay? And it's about loving yourself. It's about your health too, though. And just because you're thin, that don't mean you healthy.
Right.
Okay, that's another thing. Just because you small, that don't mean you healthy.
We gone too long.
But it's important for you to shed some of that weight because it does attribute to some of your health, along with your mind and your anxiety. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and end this call because we said we was just going to make it 30 minutes. We wasn't going to make it that long. But I really enjoyed talking to you this evening, Rocky.
Me too. I was texting Michelle.
Don't be texting Lachelle. You're supposed to be looking at the camera. People are looking at you. Look, she took it off and put it back on. You told her to take it off. You need some new photos. That's what we're going to do with your transformation. We're going to do a whole new photo shoot for you. And you're going to be, I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Got to let it show. Okay, everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're going to see you next Thursday on Fall in Love with Yourself Again.
Invite and share. Tell people
Coffee and Conversations with Chante Lloyd. And I'm going to have another special guest next week, right? And I hope you guys enjoyed. And listen, you all encourage Rocky because she's going to need some encouragement. See, now she's trying to put that marketing hat on, but we're not going to let her do that, okay? Because I know you get guests
next week. I got your guests next week.
You already do?
I got your guest. Ooh, I got you a guest for next week.
Is it a good one? Is it going to be a good guest?
An amazing guest. Candy, thanks to Candy. Candy.
Okay, good.
Candy will not be your guest. Candy will probably be the week after, but your guest next week is a friend of Candy's that Candy reminded me that I know.
Okay.
A celebrity hairstylist, but her journey, she is now in Texas. Her journey and the things that she is doing, physical things and transformation. I can't say that word. You know, the hair thing.
Right.
While she's making everybody else beautiful. Oh, but next week, y'all, you thought this week and you thought last week. But it gets better and better. Yes, I'm just
no, it get gooder and gooder. It get gooder and
gooder. Come on. Okay.
It get gooder and gooder.
It get gooder and gooder.
Good and gooder. Good night.
Come
on. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
See y'all next week. Every Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Central Standard Time, right?
Yes, 8 p.m. Central.
Fall in love with yourself again.